Okay, so we take a look at yesterday's lesson. Today's the 5th. This was January 4th. And first of all, great progress. You know, I love everything that we're doing here. Get those hands a little more forward at the address. You know, if you look at the big picture, we are getting you steeper, right? Steeper, steeper. And I got this really good one of a very young Rory here, which I love because he gets in this rotation in a barrel, right? You've heard that expression, swing in a barrel. Well, he pretty much epitomizes it. Well, that's pretty good right there. Rotation, you could put a spike through him and he'd still be right over it. So that's what I'm working with you on in this wrist set. You know, and getting you down. Next thing, I think you're ready to, because you're working more left, I think we could bring your posture down a little bit too, yeah? Because your posture was up because it got stuck behind sometimes. But this side is really, and this is on my handheld, so it's moving a little bit, but it's not moving that much. I've got it resting against the tripod, so it's not moving that much. But what we're trying to eliminate in your turn is any movement to sway off the ball to the right, right? We want to keep you in there because we're keeping that angle of attack steeper. And we're going to allow for, well, we'll see how much the camera is moving, because if you put it on a fixed object, you'll know if it's you moving or if it's the camera moving. Not bad. A little bump to the right that you do. So trying to get set the wrist up. Well, the reason I was setting the wrist a little bit earlier yesterday is just to keep you a little more in it, get your shoulder turned a little steeper, get your center of gravity, your center of mass right here. You know, the chin, the sternum, right over the ball. Your shoulder's a little flatter than his, but that's, you know, he's probably 20 years old in this picture too, so that's a lot to do with it. So we are going to bring your posture over a little bit. But the reason I brought this up more than anything is I want you to watch that left leg as he goes into it. See, as he straightens that, you watch it. This is all these guys, really. Well, you're really able to get some great extension if you straighten the left leg, drive the shoulder up like that, but keep the center of mass over the ball. So we're trying to get you with just a little bit more of that. And I think that'd be the next thing to work on, you know. So into impact, we'll get that just a little bit straighter. It'll raise that shoulder a little bit more, and you'll be able to get this a little bit more extended, right? Because you've got a hint of a chicken wing to the lead arm. There's where your thin ones come from every now and then. That and your posture. We got to bring you over. You get this before you see me again. I want you to bend a little bit more at the waist and set your wrist a little bit earlier in the backswing, all right? Because that's another step in getting steeper down into the ball. But this little bit here, I'm trying to get the arms a little closer together like his are here, and get some full extension to that lead arm. Those are the two big things, Tom, from yesterday, really, is to work on staying centered over the ball with an earlier wrist set. I almost feel like you're picking it up right away with the club, right? And we're going to try to work on posting up on that left leg so that you can get more extension down in here. I'm sure you can do that. I'm never going to give you anything that I don't think you can do. So those things are all achievable, and they're not new. They're just different things to add to the puzzle of you getting a little steeper as we go. That up here is good. The fact that you're the biggest progress sign that you're getting steeper is the fact that you're able to hit the 3-wood off the deck like you do. Now again, this is, you're pushing it outside a little bit. You're setting up a little bit open. We're going to probably be able to bring you back to square a little bit. Move the ball back slightly. Still a hair under, and again, we're going to allow for some of this for the camera moving. Still a little bit under, but not bad. See how your left leg there gets straightened at the end? So if you can do that, then you obviously don't have any injury that's preventing it. It's a habit of, we got to get it. Your move has to be less of a slide and more of a turn. And you could post up that left leg and help us turn a little bit. It's all designed to stay more centered over the golf ball, particularly in your iron play. But your progress in just a month that I've been working with you is almost as good as I have seen. So keep working on it. Like I say, play so even that a little bit under that was, so that's right through your right arm. So I doubt if it's under. It's just that I had the handheld camera here because my camera was off, which I tried to repair, by the way, and I can't. So I have to get another camera. I'm going to get a new one anyway. I doubt if you're that much under, but you're driving through it so much better, and I like that. Yeah, that's just too much camera movement there. So I really can't tell if that's under or not, but I doubt it. You got good clearing here, square here, good movement to the left, and no hook. I mean, would you in an hour yesterday, would you hook one ball maybe? So that's not, taking, the first thing I always do for people that are low handicaps, the other pros that I work with in the area, is that take left out of it, because any great player will tell you that you can't fear left. As soon as you start fearing left, you stop finishing your swing. And we're doing everything we can to take that hook out of it. You block it sometimes, it's just a much better side to miss it on, and it's going to, take care of any blow up holes. So I'd say in summary then, let's go back to the side picture here. You can stack your hands a little bit more in front of the ball. You could probably move the ball back a little bit. I had it there deliberately so you turn just a hair. And you want to feel like you're setting the wrist early and that the sternum's kind of winding right around it. Your shoulders are kind of winding right around it instead of that little bit of a slide to the right that we do. By that point, we want to get the wrist set, right? And then as you start down, let the left leg start to straighten, post up, and we're going to try to get that arm extended. But it's good stuff. Yeah, you're doing really well.